Hello, dear parents. I'm Kavita Rajput, and today I want to address a behavior in children that often surprises parents: holding on, collecting, refusing to let go. If you have ever walked into your child's room and found boxes or wrappers, toys that the child won't part with, or she insists on keeping useless things, you might wonder, is this just a phase? Today we will explore what hoarding or excessive collecting might signal in children aged 6 to 12 years, how it relates to attachment, control, and deeper emotional needs, and what you as parents can do with love and awareness. First of all, let us see what is hoarding or over attachment in children. First, let me be clear, all children collect things: stickers, rocks, toy cars. That's absolutely normal. But according to a research, when a child becomes very emotionally attached to objects, fears discarding them, or becomes anxious if someone touches their collection, then we may be seeing a hoarding pattern. Studies show that children with hoarding behavior often believe that the objects have feelings or that throwing this away is like losing a memory. They may have difficulty organizing their things, deciding what to keep or discard. They may have underlying emotional attachments or feel out of control in other areas of life. Now let's look at why it happens. First and foremost, emotional attachment to the objects. Research shows that children with insecure attachment or emotional stress may cling to things as a way to feel secure. There may be a need for control. If a child feels powerless, maybe at home, school, controlling their collection gives them a sense of power and safety. Maybe those things have more symbolic value. For example, a candy wrapper from a sleepover might feel like a memory of that happy time. So throwing it away feels like losing that memory. Maybe the child struggles with the executive function. Some studies indicate children who hoard may struggle with planning, discarding, organizing, which overlaps with attention or focus issues. Let me tell you about Meera. Age 9, she had a bag under her bed stuffed with candy wrappers, small stones she picked up, tickets from an old movie. Her mother would often clear it out. But Meera would cry and say, "If I throw this, I will forget the day with Amma." The counselor asked, "What do these things mean to you?" Meera said, "They make me feel safe. I'm scared Amma might not play with me tomorrow." Here, the objects were not just trash. They symbolized shared time, memory, and security. Understanding this helped the mother shift from "it's just rubbish" to "it's a feeling." From there, they created a box, memory items, and a goodbye box. This brought Meera into choosing what to keep and what to let go, slowly reducing the clutter and increasing the emotional conversation. Dear parents, here are some gentle steps that can help the children in not hoarding the things. Talk about the meaning. Instead of just throw it, ask, what does this remind you of? Create keep zones, a small shelf or box where she can keep special things. Let everything else be temporary. Then practice letting go together. Make it a game. Let's pick 3 items today and put them in the give box. Let's pick 3 happy memories from them. You can introduce choice and time. We will keep this one this week. After 7 days, we will see if you still want to keep it. Model tidy and decision-making behavior. When you let go of something consciously and say, I feel lighter when I let this pass, you show that possession isn't the sole security. Parents, you can also check for the underlying stress or attachment issues. If the hoarding is extreme, that is, refusal to let others touch, blocking activities, panic when items are removed, then it's wise to seek professional help. Remember, your child isn't bad or obsessive. They are signaling something deeper, a need for security, belonging, control, or recognition. With your gentle support and patience, they can learn healthier ways to hold memories, manage possessions, and feel safe inside, not through things. They can learn, I'm enough, I'm safe, I can let go and still feel valued. Thank you for being the parent who listens, who notices, who seeks to understand. If you saw yourself in this story, remember, you're not alone. And together, we can guide our children not just to hold things, but to hold feelings, memories, and love with less clutter and more peace. If this video helped you, please like, share it with another parent. Comment below what's one item your child finds hard to part with and what memory might it represent. I would love to hear your experience. Until next time, let's raise hearts before things. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care.